Hey friends, Red Boswell, president of IFPG, here to talk to you about the fifth mistake I see franchisors make, especially on the emerging franchisor side of things. Now, I was a franchisor founder, an emerging brand, if you will, some 15 or 17 years ago. I made this mistake as hardcore as anybody could make it, okay? So learn from my idiocy, my over-optimism. We entrepreneurs tend to see, the best picture possible. And so when I became a franchisor, invested years into, at least 2 years, the homework, the learning the business as best I could in 2 years anyway, putting the ops manuals together, the legal, everything together. I knew my model was rock solid. I believed in it. And it was going to take over the world. Amen. Right? So I set goals. Like anybody, goals, and with goals come rewards. And so in my goal reward sheet, I think I found that recently somewhere. I need to pull it up. First franchise I sold, nothing. I'm not going to reward myself. I'm just going to get back to kind of proving it's worthwhile. The second franchise I sold, I was going to reward myself with a new watch. Booyah. Next franchise, I was getting a, I forget. It was like a new fence at the house. Fifth franchise was like a new car. Seventh was my wife got a new SUV or vice versa. She probably got the one before I did. 10th was, I think, maybe a swimming pool. 15th franchise was maybe a new house. I think by the 20th, I had a lake house, a boat, a couple Sea-Doos, motorcycle. I mean, 20 franchises. I'm thinking I'm owning half of Dallas, And in reality, if you want to know the real truth, I got to 148 individual franchises out there, 64 franchisees, and I still didn't have a new watch. Okay, so the topic of revenue self-sufficiency is an important one for any franchisor, especially ignorant ones like myself. So as you're building your brand, as you're planning the future, be conservative. Get others to weigh in on what's it really going to cost. And keep in mind, too, this is probably a whole topic unto itself, but those franchisees ain't going to work half as hard as you did. They're not going to produce the results you did. Now, you're giving them a lot better resources than you had when you started, but it's just the facts of life. Most folks are not as hardworking and as entrepreneurial and as passionate, and they're going to burn the midnight oil and do whatever it takes. They are just don't have that work ethic. Nothing wrong with it. Just know that. Know it and burn it in your head. They're not going to work as hard as you. They're not going to get as big of results typically as you. And therefore, those royalties that you plan on building up pretty dang quickly probably ain't going to build up quite as quickly as you plan on it. Okay, so build that optimistic model, but also a more realistic model and even a conservative model in your planning as you bring on new employees, as you get that office, as you don't get the royalties you expected, as you have to there's so many things that are going to come up. So Red Boswell with IFPG discussing the fifth reason, the fifth mistake I see franchisors make often. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.